Paul, we just said it there, there's a lot to be pleased about. Sense of frustration, it's not 3.
Yeah, I suppose a little bit. I don't think we can get frustrated with it. I think I keep saying about the performance. I think if we keep consistently getting the performance right, you get your rewards. So I think the performance was right. I think there was a lot of good things. And I've got to be honest, I've just walked across the pitch there to get up here to do this, and that is hot out there today. So credit to every single one of them players out on the pitch today, because I think in really testing conditions, they've made a right game of football out of it. I thought it was a really entertaining game. As much as I am a spectator watching it and trying to not get carried away, I thought it was a really good game of football against the Swindon side, who haven't had a win so far, but showed that they're a good football team. I think we've shown that we can cause teams problems. We've created chances again, and the one thing that I look at from the game, and this is me just looking at it raw and not actually watching any of it back, is that we've just got to be more clinical, and that's been the story of our season so far.
It's the quality of the chances, isn't it? They're not just half chances, there's some real chances going missing at the moment.
Yeah, there is, yeah. I don't think they're going missing, but we're just not taking them. We're creating them. That's the biggest plus for us. And I've actually just said to the players, the ones who were here before I came in, I think it shows how far we've come, because I'm led to believe that we got absolutely turned over in this same fixture last year, which unfortunately cost a really good football person, Keith Millen, his job. The players have come a long way since then, for whatever reason, and I think today we've actually really held our own. And probably, barring a few little counter-attacks that we had against us at the end that we need to tighten up on, I think we've probably done enough to win the game, and we've got to make sure we don't get too disappointed that we've only got 1 point out of it.
The theme at the moment is the energy that the players are showing. You must be pleased that wherever you tweak the formation to, they're still producing that.
Oh, I'm delighted with it, yeah. I mean, it's a tough one, because at the moment we're still getting Amari Patrick up to full fitness. He isn't fully fit, but because of injuries, because of a needs-must situation, we're having to play him to get fit. Jack Stretton's still not at the tempo that we need him at, so we're having to get him into games to get him fit. And credit to the players with the injuries, the horrendous injury run that we're having at the moment. They're all digging in, they're working for each other, and I think it shows the value of the squad that we're able to still put on a performance when we've got quite a high number of players who are considered to be starters not involved.
Many grumbles about their goal, the way it was, the hesitation that led in the build-up to that.
Yeah, you can always grumble about goals. I mean, the truth of it is every goal comes from a mistake. There's always a mistake. You can backtrack as far as you like and you will find a mistake. So it was a bit unfortunate for Callum, because he probably had 2 opportunities where he could have cleared it, and he just couldn't quite get the ball out of his feet to do it. It was a little bit of a scramble. Maybe we could have done better to try and put a bit more pressure on the guy as he's getting to the edge of the box. But I haven't seen it back. It was frustrating, because I thought we started the game really well, and when we got to the first drinks break I said that there's not a lot wrong, keep doing what you're doing. I thought our setup that we had to try and stop them playing out from the back was okay. We were making the goalkeeper kick it long, because they have a good shape to them, and they play well, but I thought we matched up well against them. So yeah, there's frustrations with it, but I'm happy with our goal as well.
Another sign of how far we've come, we didn't crumble after they scored. We were the ones who looked like we were going to get the equaliser.
Yeah, I thought we had a little bit of a rocky couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes, where I thought you're thinking, right, come on then, here's a bit of a test for you, how are you going to react to it? But they kept going. We created chances. I mean, everybody will look at Amari's chance in the first half, but he was actually offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted, so it did him a bit of a favour. We created some good opportunities because we were front foot and we went and pressed and we won things high up the pitch, and we created those little overloads. It's just been more clinical. That's the one thing. I mean, you know, even the chance second half where Christian Dennis has been absolutely outstanding. You know, he's flying with goals, and he sticks one over the bar from about 4 or 5 yards, which he's not done so far this season. So these things happen. He maybe should have left it for Jack Stretton. I thought maybe Jack was in a better position, but hey, listen, we're okay. We're sitting in a decent number of points after the first 3 games. Yes, we all accept we could have more. but you can't always have what you want.
What a superb build-up, and then you're talking about clinical. That was Chris Dennis to a T, wasn't it? What a finish from him.
Yeah, brilliant finish, really good goal. I thought we had some really good football we played in different moments, but Deno's flying at the moment, and long may that continue.
We thought that was Jack Stretton, by the way, that chance that went over the bar, so that shows that people are getting into positions.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I hadn't got a clue who it was, and it was only because Deno apologised to everybody in the dressing room at the end, and there was 2 or 3, without me saying anything, jumped in straight away and said, "You've got nothing to apologise for." He has got us points this season by scoring goals, and his work rate is phenomenal at the moment as well. We've just got to keep him right, and we've got to hang in there for the next few weeks while we've got this really bad run of injuries. We've got to hang in there and hope that we can get them back sooner rather than later, and these lads can carry on doing what they're doing, which is really good to watch.
Just on that, the 3 today, Ryan, Ben and Morgan, could you tell us anything on those 3?
Yeah, Ben's is the worst, and again just a really innocuous thing. He landed awkwardly from a set play, and he's damaged. I think he's damaged 3 ligaments in his ankle. We're looking at probably 8 weeks for Ben, which is really unfortunate. He's in a boot at the moment, so we just need to see how that goes. Morgan's was a little bit more positive because we were looking at a possibility of surgery and being out for 12 weeks. That's what I was led to believe on Wednesday or Thursday, and then we went to see a specialist on Friday morning, and he believes that it doesn't need surgery, and there's a possibility that it may be just a couple of weeks with Morgs. Who's the other one? Ryan Edmondson. Again, we didn't really know what it was with Edmo. He's got some sort of mass of fluid at the top of his thigh, and we were concerned he may need surgery on that one, which again would have been another 10 to 12 weeks. But then we went to see, he had an ultrasound scan on Friday to follow up from the MRI, and their feeling is that if we can just shut him down for a week or 10 days, we should be able to start building him back up again. So again, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks for Edmo, which is better than I was thinking after Tuesday night's game. So although it's bad news, it's probably not as bad as it could have been, and fingers crossed we get them back on their grass soon.
As you keep saying, the door opens, so for Jack Ellis, Amari Patrick and Corey Whelan, they come in and take the chance.
Yeah, I thought Corey and Jack were excellent today. I was really pleased with Jack, how he just simplified his game. And it looks like there was times where he hit aimless balls down the channel, but I'll take the blame for that because I asked him to keep it simple. I just said that you've got 2 options and you don't complicate it in any other thing. So there was times where it wasn't on for option 1, so his second option was to put it in the channel, and you know, that's what I wanted from him. I thought he defended really well. I thought he showed good composure. Corey stepped in and looks as if he's been there all the time. I've been really pleased with him. And as I said earlier, Amari is still finding his fitness and finding his feet because he's missed a huge chunk. But their opportunities will keep coming, and they've got to take it. We've got players like Dev sitting on the bench who's waiting to come in. We've got Jaden, who I thought was excellent the other night. Sonny Hilton's waiting to get the opportunity. Today was a really good day to give Ryan Carr and Nick Bellardo some experience of being involved, because even though the opportunity wasn't there to play, I'd still rather go with 7 subs and give them a taste of it rather than just put 5 on. And I think it's a bit disrespectful to the club to do that. These young lads deserve to sample the atmosphere and be involved in it.
What does it make you feel when you're down to the bones and you still get a performance like that?
Well, I'm just really proud of them. I'm delighted with what they're doing. I think they've come a long way in a couple of months. So I'm really pleased with everything they're doing. Now what I've asked of them is to be the best professionals they can be tonight, tomorrow, come back in on Monday, because we can't afford any hangover, because we'll go again. We're going to Grimsby, which is never an easy place to go. And I've said, if you win your home games and get draws away, you're on track. Now we have to just do it the other way around. We've got to go to Grimsby and make sure we go and get a win there.
Still unbeaten in the league, that's not too bad either.
I know, I think we'd have took it. I think the performance against Colchester probably deserved a bit more, and again we reacted in the right way after a bit of a sucker punch. Today we've reacted in the right way and we've shown really good character and personality, we've got to do that again on Tuesday.
We're not getting carved open, which is why we probably haven't mentioned Thomas Holy too much over the last few games, but he's doing his bit when he's called upon.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I thought on Tuesday, I thought he came and dealt with crosses really well, really calmly. Today he's had to do it a couple of times. He takes up a good start position. I think he did make a couple of saves today, a couple of quite comfortable saves. But he just gives you a bit of calmness at the back. So I've got to say, I thought in the second half, I thought we did leave ourselves a little bit open. We were getting caught because McCurdy was just holding up high on the halfway line, and we were sort of getting carried away and wanting to go for the win instead of making sure we didn't lose it. So we need to just nip that in the bud and make sure we keep that security and keep the back door closed. So there's things that we need to improve on.
Reception from the fans at the end, that tells you that again that we're doing something right, because they were pleased with what they saw.
Yeah, we're doing something right, and let me tell you, they're doing something right as well, because they were brilliant again today. So credit to them. I'm sure on a hot sunny day like today, there's many other things they could have done which would have been a lot cooler than standing in a football ground. So credit to them for that, and the players are giving them something to hang on to, which is really, really important. We keep doing it.
Obvious last question, with the injuries we've got and the window still open, have you talked to the board? Is there any more movement that can help with the situation we're in right now?
Yeah, I had a conversation on Friday afternoon with the directors and with Nigel, and there is something available. They've gone out and they're prepared to keep backing us. So there is room to bring another player in, and that's what we've got to try and do. Well, in fact, it's not just a case for another player. They're making funds available out of their own pocket to make sure that we can strengthen the squad, because they see that there's a lot of positive things and they want to try and keep that positivity.
Thanks for your time.